Christian McCaffrey truly was the bright spot. Everything else felt just snake bitten. It was not their day. So I'm just going to start with like, how you doing today? How's the McCaffrey household, Lisa?
Let me take a few more breaths.
Do some more box breathing.
What's that weird thing they do on the internet where they like tap and they do all those where they touch the mic, and it's that. Let's just do that instead of talking about the game, okay?
Yeah, let's not. We don't need to dissect that game. Plenty of other people have done that.
Yeah, I mean,
what did you say to Christian after the game?
I said, dude, can you learn how to throw better?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, but it was a tight spiral.
It was a tight spiral.
It was a nice tight spiral.
Yeah. I was joking. I said, I felt like Giselle. I'm like, he can't catch and throw and run and play defense. But no, it was hard to watch when Brock Purdy got hurt 6 snaps into the game.
Yeah.
And then the 4th-string quarterback Johnson goes out with it was just one of those things. Did you think that he was gonna play quarterback? Like actually,
waking up that morning, you say a prayer for health, you say a prayer just for everybody being their best, and not one time did any of that scenario cross my mind or go, or like just go into my head that anything like that could have ever happened. It's just, we did not have the football gods on our side that day. It was just bad, horrible luck. Philadelphia Eagles are an incredible team. We'd have to play our best to beat them, or even come close. But when you lose your quarterbacks, it's just, you gotta laugh. Like, it's not funny, but you're like, oh my gosh, like what do you do? So
it's one of those things that it was not. Yeah, it just felt like you were right. The football gods were not on the Niners side that day. And congrats to the Eagles, who are very good and are going to go play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, which we'll get to in a little bit. But can you tell me, like, when you first see him after that game, you give him a mama bear hug? Like, what?
You do. I did have to step back on my way walking down to see him. I thought to myself, I literally shed a tear. It was just a little bit sad. It was just sad the way the whole thing, it's just the way it happened was just so disheartening. It was just, what do you do? It's like, So on the way down, I just thought to myself, I finally looked at Ed, I grabbed him for a second and I'm like, Ed, think about this. All those horrible naysayers and mean people were like, he's not healthy. He'll never be healthy and he can't understand. And he made it. Not only did he make it through a whole season, but he had a really, really good, successful season. So kind of like a fuck you to you guys, those assholes that, were just so horrible. And, so he made it. He's healthy, came out of a season healthy, played incredible. I'm so proud of him, made a huge adjustment mid-season and just kept rolling. So, we had to step back and appreciate the good and the positive. And immediately all of us that were in our suite, it was all Niners families. And it was a beautiful experience to experience with them, because immediately we were figuring out who we were going to keep for the next year. We're like, okay, let's go. Like everybody had the right mentality. Obviously we're all a little shocked, but then we're like, okay, we're not losing very many people. And if we could get this quarterback thing fixed and they can implement that emergency 3rd-string quarterback rule, I wish they would change that. Hopefully after this game they will. You know what? I see good things happening in the future, but I know it's a long way away and it's frustrating for fans and for us and the players, but that's all you can do is just look for the positive and just try to turn it around. So yeah. And we saw him and what is he going to do? What's he going to do? He's like, that was just a very difficult situation to finish out that game that way. But saying a prayer for Brock. If you need surgery, I hope it's successful. I hope he comes back stronger and healthier, because man, what an incredible ride he had. And it was fun to just watch him perform. It was so cool. And just everyone stepped up. Anyway, it's just a fun team and a great team, a great team from the top down. And I just hope good things happen to him in the future, because I really feel like they deserve it. They really deserve it. So beautifully said. And I think that's perfect perspective, because it doesn't make it feel any better in the moment when you get so close, but when you do step back and realize, and to your point, I was thinking the same thing about Christian and knowing that he was dealing with a calf injury and wouldn't hold up. And he just came out there and played his ass off. That first that touchdown was just unbelievable. So I will say congrats to thanks.
Christian
and the day before,
you guys.
He practiced Friday, and then Saturday he was in a ton of honest to God, we didn't know if he was going to play Saturday. So Saturday night,
when I got a text and you said say a prayer for his calf muscle, I said,
yeah. He was, able to be, behind the,
he looked amazing though.
Yeah. He was not happy amazing. Saturday. I'm not going to lie to you. And he wasn't sure. We saw him real quick and saw you just hope for the best. So of course, to review what happened to us Saturday night. We barely slept. We're just up pretty much all night. And I went down, I was hanging out with some friends from Christians that came for the game. It was so nice. I was visiting with him, and I'd left Ed up in the room. He was almost asleep. And I'm like, shoot, I better go up and check on Ed. And mind you, it's midnight at this point, but we're also on West Coast time. So I run up and Ed's not in the room. I'm like, where's Ed? Did he go back? So I ran back down to the restaurant, not there. Where's Ed? Come to find out at 1 a.m, Ed's working out on the treadmill. So you think we're stressed? 1 a.m, he's on his 3rd mile, mind you.
You know what? We all deal with stress in different ways. And I will say, Coach Ed, God love you, that's the, if you're on a treadmill on mile number 3 at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's a reminder to everyone out there that the families live and breathe these moments with their kids.
Almost all the families, we were at the team hotel. They were all in the restaurant, the bar, just talking, hanging out because no one could sleep.
Ed was the only one doing bench press.
And Ed was the only one. I have a video of him in that little workout room pulling on full max bench and running.
Can you mentioned that you got a picture with him at the end of the game with Christian?
Yeah, we got in a great fight after. It was good. It was kind of par for the course after all the tension. We just he released it on me, but I kind of deserved it. So it reminded me, and the reason I bring it up, it reminds me of one of our first interactions is when we were at the Heisman, and I was like, stand up straight or whatever I was yelling at him for. It was a little more subtle back then. This time I'm like, Christian, can you smile? Can you smile? Like yelling at him to smile, which is great parenting, guys. Just keep
this is right after the game.
Right after the game. And he's taking pictures. And, the last thing he wants to do is take pictures and smile. He just wants to decompress and talk to us and hang out. And we're making him take a picture. And he's like, I think he just told me to basically shut up loudly. But guess what? I kind of deserved it.
You know what? I think you should get whatever that picture turned out to be. You should get it printed and you should you should go sign it. We should do a signing. Because that is a great. I need that picture in my.
Yeah,
in my
it
office.
wasn't the best picture. Good memories.
Oh my God,
good times.
That's amazing.
Good
hey,
times.
they're still sons. That's the thing. They're still kids. Still got moms that are saying, "Can you stand up straighter and smile?" And I don't want to belabor the point that he's going to the Pro Bowl.
So he did end up getting into the Pro Bowl. So I was proud of him. So I felt like he deserved it first time around, but still he got in. So we're going to go watch, I don't know, is it a flag football? I don't even know what it is anymore, but yeah, it's in Vegas. So Ed and I are heading to Vegas. We may lose the house, but that's okay.
It's fine. Put it all
Whatever,
on
it's worth
red.
it. It's worth
red,
it.
Put it all on red.